So we've got that all-important FA Cup semi-final clash on the way. Our first trip to Wembley within the save itself. But before then, we play bottom of the league Wrexham. Hopefully build a bit of momentum, playing bottom of the league. Let's get a couple of goals. Let's get some feel-good spirit and then take that arguably into the next game and hopefully that all-important FA Cup clash. So as you can see, after that 3-0 win to Sheffield United, we then went on and lost 1-0 to Bristol City. Of course we did. Luke Andrews scoring in the 54th minute. And then we managed to beat Fulham 2-0. Bratala getting another goal. And also the young winger with all the promise, Aman Nab-Izander. Unfortunately, a team is interested in him, but I don't think we have any worries of losing him to First Division team who are sitting 19th. Probably going to get relegated. So we have no worries about losing him to them. I think the only place he's going to be sort of poached by would be the Premier League. But today, as I said, I bring us to the game against Wrexham. They are bottom of the league, pretty much, or they are actually confirmed as relegated. In terms of the league table, we're on 56 points. There's 12 points to play. So in theory, right now, mathematically, a playoff position is available should Middlesbrough lose, basically, because if Sheffield United and Middlesbrough win today, then it's all over. We can't reach the playoffs. Not that we was even expecting to, right? But important, we've got 12 points to play. Let's get as many of them 12 points as we can. Hopefully finish around this sort of place here. That would be something that I would like to see. But like I said, let's get to the Wrexham game. We made a couple of changes in the last game just to rest some of the key players. We didn't want there to be any form or any risk of injury, so I'm just going to put those back onto the starting lineup. And other than that, it's pretty much unchanged from what we've seen. So I won't go through the starting 11 because you guys already know exactly how we're playing. We have had a little tweak in terms of tactics. We are now playing, we did have a tweak in tactics. We are now playing to play into space a little bit more often because that did work in that last game that we saw. We are still on cautious. I think for this one, I'm going to change it to balance just because Wrexham are bottom of the league and I want us to go out there and get a bucket load of goals to really get some momentum going. Look at Osman, 12 goals and 12 assists. Absolute player of the season so far, I would argue to say, 24 goal contributions. Very, very good. Very, very good. So here we go. Let's get into the boys. And let's say, I think realistically, we just want to go on from where we left off last time. Carry on that performance and we should be fine. We're playing bottom of the league. Let's go out there, have some fun. Let's get a couple of goals. They're already relegated. They're licking their wounds. They're looking at for next season. Whereas we are very much around that mid-table mark. And we've got an all-important FA Cup clash to worry about. So let's try and at least get a little bit of momentum in this and the Sheffield United game that's coming up. We're going to give some early encouragement to the team. In terms of stats, never mind, I was going to say in terms of league stats, it looks like Oxford City are still there or thereabouts. They're still surviving right now, so that's good to see. But of course, all eyes on us here at Southampton and Osman making one of them fantastic runs. We were praising him before the game. He's gone on and got another goal. He's just unbelievable. Now 13 goals in all competitions, 10 in the league. And it all come from a long ball over the top from Reinders. Look at this. Sits on it and goes bang. Thank you very much. Perfectly pinpointed pass. Osman goes, thank you, boss. In I go. Bang. Tuck it over the goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic. And that's that pass into space tactic, right? Or that tweak in the tactic that really, really helps, especially when you've got players like Ibrahim coming in off of his wing as an inside forward. It gives them another option, or it gives them midfielders another option to aim at. Now, what we don't want, and FM, please don't listen to me here, we don't want an injury to Ibrahim. So if it gets to half-time, we're comfortably winning, he's coming off. Just to be safe. Same as against Sheffield United. If we're comfortably winning, he's coming off. Osman here again. Takes on all of these men. Oh, gets the shot away. And it gets saved and goes out for a corner. But 31 minutes played here. 1-0 up. We've got a dangerous free kick. Reinders has got it just on the outside of the box. What's he going to do with this? Can he tuck it in the top corner? He's got the composure. He's setting himself. I've got people watching this. Can you hurry up? Are you going to take it? There we go. Oh, after all that, and he puts it away. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If you're going to take that long to take it, but you're going to put it in the top corner like that, then that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine, and it was an absolute peach. It couldn't have been more in the top corner if he tried. But a goal and an assist from him this afternoon. And what I like, since we've come into Southampton, when we first came in, we saw that there was many big names, arguably, and big personalities that were not justifying the money that they're being paid. I mean, let's forget about Wissa. He's not even seen my starting 11. But Reinders was one of them. Very, very disappointing start of the season. There we go, he gets another one. But since we've made the tactical changes and we've put him in a more advanced position, he has been thriving. Goals and assists galore, and we've seen him pick up 2 this afternoon. Again, we've got another dangerous corner here. 39 minutes to play. Can we get a 4th? Osmond. Oh, and Bolak. I was going to say, Bolak had a shot from range. I mean, it was very unfortunate for the goalkeeper. Must have had a horrible deflection because he's dived completely the wrong way. Why is the goalkeeper negative? Oh, he's complacent. Fine. Well, he's had nothing to do, to be fair to him. I don't mind. Yeah, look at that. Goalkeeper's gone one way. Bolak's shot has get deflected the other. But 4-0 up. That is good because that means we can just have a nice old run of rotation here now for the second half. Because, of course, we don't want to risk any injuries, as we've said. A little bit of complacency is getting in. And just like that, I said, Ibrahim, not to get a knock, please, and he has. Absolutely, FM, why are you doing this to me? Why are you listening? We'll take him straight off. Reinders will leave on because he's on a hat-trick, so let's just give him a run. We'll bring Downs off. To be fair, he's not had a rest at all for a long time. Alian, so let's get him off for Wood, and that's it. I'll just make 3 subs. I don't want to risk too many subs right now, just in case anything else happens. But let's get into the team. You've done brilliantly. Keep it up. Not really much more to say, really, is there? Make them 3 subs. Get a little bit of rotation. Hopefully, let the boys who haven't been producing get some goods, and they can produce to get a little bit of momentum going into these next 2 games. But as far as we can say right now, the 3 points are well and truly in the bag, and we are going to be going away from St Mary's very happy, and a plethora of goals, which will help our goal difference, which when the league table comes up, I'll show you, is very important. Because it's quite tight on points, so it's probably going to come down to goal difference. So let me show you. So as you can see, 56 points that puts us on now. Same as Fulham, same as Derby. 1 point above Birmingham and only 2 points behind Blackburn. So in terms of the actual goal difference, that's going to be really something that we want to be focusing on. And games like this is going to help us. So if we can go on and get maybe a 5th or a 6th, that would be fantastic. But in the same breath, I don't want to overexert ourselves and get injured. It's just a catch-22, right? We want more goals, but we don't want to pick up any injuries. Ball in, Ratala there, the smallest player arguably on the pitch, manages to get his header away. That's when you know something isn't really quite working, when the defence can't stop him from getting a header away. But let's take him off. He's not had a bad game, but he's also not had a great game. Do we take Reinders off now, even though he's on a hat-trick? I don't want to risk an injury. I think it's fair. We're going to take him off. We're going to take him off, and we're going to bring Hurst on, and that's all the subs that we're going to make now. So now it's just very much letting the game play out. See if we can get another one. If we can, great. If we can't, then that's fine. Number 89. Alexandros. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that surname, guys. I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comment section how the pronunciation of that goes. Into Akpa. 4-0 up. 80 minutes played. Azza. Downs. Just knocking it around nicely. We get dispossessed, though. Wrexham are going to now be on the attack. We're just going to stay defensively solid, like we know we can. And the player who's just come on, or the guy who's 89, scores an absolute solo effort of a goal. Ran past 3 defenders. That's something that we need to keep an eye on, because I don't know how he's managed to do that. Let's have a look at this again quickly. Who's 15? Wood. He's only just come on. That's explains exactly why you're on the bench, Wood. Because that was absolutely horrendous, getting absolutely turned like that. When the fullback was already there, tracking the run, just drop it off. Block the space. Poor and silly individual mistake. And to be fair, Wrexham in this part of the match has been all over us since we've made a couple of them additional changes. So that just goes to show us we can't necessarily rely on certain people all the time. Long ball in. Azar! Takes a long range effort, but it just goes out of play. But that will be it. Full time after this goal kick. And that's fine. Get us on the bus. Get us up to Sheffield United. And then it's all excitement is ready for this FA Cup semi-final against Norwich. I think the boys, even though that match is on the cards, they've played extremely well in this game. Let's just perform exactly the same against Sheffield United and we'll be laughing. Honestly, Stankovic got headed back to him and he dropped it. What's going on here? Goal line technology? No, don't tell me Wrexham have scored because of that mistake. Oh, no, they haven't. This is the first time we've seen goal line technology. And it's for that. Something that was obviously not a goal. Fair. Okay. But at least you've seen something a little bit different, right? Is that something that's on its cards that we're going to get absolutely screwed over by that in the next couple of games? Right, that was a good performance. Well done. A good performance all round. So yeah, the plan is I'll play the... Osman's only out for 1 to 2 games. So that's good. 1 to 2 days. I'm going to play the Sheffield United game off camera. As we can see, we play them next. And then it's all important. So that FA Cup semi-final game. So here we go. The crucial semi-final FA Cup match against Norwich at Wembley is on the way. But of course, before then, let's see what happened off camera. As you can see, as per your screen, we did draw 1-1 in the end with Sheffield United. We managed to get an 81st minute equaliser. Chavez picking up a last minute injury, but luckily he's only been out for a day. So he's still going to be on the bench for the FA Cup semi-final match. But I think other than that, nothing else has really been going on. We are pretty much secure now in the league. I mean, I say pretty much, we definitely are. We're on 60 points now with that additional point from Sheffield United. Can't complain. Now, we are pretty much where we need to be. A couple more wins might bring us up round here, which is fine. But I think we're all focusing really on the FA Cup now and obviously trying to now get into the final and then win that. I did make some rotation against Sheffield United, so I'm just going to obviously quickly swap those out whilst I talk through the team itself. Pretty much going to be unchanged from what everyone is used to now. We're very much playing the same starting 11. We trust these players. We know they can deliver. What I probably will do, just because I want some more pace up and down the wing, is I might actually just play Williams-Barnett rather than play the other one for now. And then what I might do is bring him on. Or do I play that? I think that might give us a little... But that takes Osman out of his favourite position. No, we'll go with it. We'll keep it. We'll keep him on. We'll just have to keep an eye on his fitness because I don't want a winger that's knackered, not tracking back and not obviously defending. So that's my main concern. So I think pretty much going to go unchanged. As you saw in the last one, we are now going, like we said, to pass into space a little bit more often. Because Norwich are a slightly stronger opposition, I'm going to go in to bypass the press as well. So I'm going to make sure that we bypass that because I don't want us worrying about having to try and play through it. I'd rather, if they're going to come at us, we knock a ball over the top for Ibrahim, for Nabizander to go in and run in at the defence. That is obviously the plan with regards to that. Will that pay off? Only time will tell, and let's hope it does. But for now, that's where we're going to sit. I'm just going to sort my bench out into positions because I don't want to overload on defensive subs. But also I want to have enough defensive subs, if that makes sense. He can play centre-back or right. He can play left or centre-back. So I think one of these needs to go. And if I'm honest, it's going to be him. And the reason why I'm doing that is so we can get him on the bench. If we need a little bit more attacking flair, we might. And actually, could we put him on instead? He doesn't like to play in that position at all, does he? No. He could go like that. But then that is putting Osman again out of his favourite position. But he can play inside forward on either of those roles. So maybe what we do is we put Osman as an inside forward there. And we put Talby as just a winger on the right. That way, we've got a little bit more fresh legs. So that's all I'm going to do. I feel like I'm tinkering a little bit and I don't need to be tinkering in this game. So we're going to leave it there. So here we go. We're in the dressing room and I think it's very much going to say, is it best to say we want to exact revenge on Norwich or that we should be winning this to book our place in the final? I think I'm going to go for that. Book yourself a place in the final. Go out there, be heroes and see exactly what we can do today. Norwich playing in a disgusting formation of 4-2-2-2. I don't like that. That's very narrow defensively. And I mean, we're not set up to deal with that because we've got the 2 DMs, but ideally there would be a little bit more. What are they in out of possession? Yes, it goes into like a 4, almost like a 4. 4-4-1-1, I suppose, or a 4-2-2-1-1, whatever the sort of breakdown of it is within Football Manager. But a big game today, 14 minutes played. We're keen to obviously be going as far as we can in this competition. Arguably, if we could win it, that would be something. Is the takeover from Southampton halfway through the season to then go on and win the FA Cup. It's got Roberto Di Matteo vibes with him winning the Champions League with Chelsea. The season looked doom and gloom when I took over. I mean, it's still a little bit doom and gloom in the league, right? But if you get to win the FA Cup, that could mean European football as well, don't forget. And that's something that would be a challenge, to say the least, in the Championship with the Europa League as well. But hey, we're here for a challenge. But of course, we've got to win this game and then get to the final and then win the final, because it's only, I think, Everton and Watford left. See, Watford aren't going to get a European spot. Everton, last time I checked, they were sick in the Premier League, so they might take a European spot, which then means we still get one. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens. But we are getting very much ahead of ourselves. But we are in at half-time, 0-0. So at the moment, we can't complain. I'm going to say we can still very much win this. Again, I'm going to use the usual. You weren't that bad, but I still have the faith that you could do better. We'll have to keep an eye on this from Ratala, because 6.4, Reinders a 6.4 in the FA Cup. Not very good. And I can't say anything individually to him, because I would say, sort your bloody ideas out, right? Get on the same page, Liv. It's actually a 6.38 and 6.39. It's even worse. Do we make that change now? I'm gonna. Controversial. I'm bringing Hurst on. The Saint of St Mary's is being pulled off at half-time. He's not performing on the grandest stage of them all. And Hursty boy is coming on. So can Georgie put us in the lead? 51 minutes played. Into Boat. And just playing it around at the back. We like to see it. Pedro into Reinders. Talby takes on his man. Remember, Talby's just come back from injury, getting his name in the starting 11. Can he do something to prove why he should be starting more? Pedro into Reinders. Reinders! Come on! That's why we didn't want to take him off. He's not been performing yet, but he's got that Premier League experience to turn it around on a knife edge. And a lovely little Cruyff turn to tuck it into the corner. He spins on it, absolutely swivels on a sixpence, as they would say, or turns on a sixpence is probably what they actually say, right? We don't know what we're saying. I don't know why the highlights are so long and drawn out, but we'll see it just so we can actually see this bit of absolute beauty once again in the FA Cup semi-final. And it puts us in the driving seat. Reinders here. Look at this. Little cheeky turn. Oh, thank you very much. Bang. As cool as you like. And tucks that nicely into the bottom corner. What I think we will do is we are going to go more of a cautious sort of element of play now. We'll sit back a little bit. Let them come onto us a little bit more. And we'll hopefully then be able to hit them on the counter-attack like we know we can. Or we'll have Osman running onto them long balls over the top. Speaking of Osman, here he is into Akpa. Akpa, longly ball in. Reinders is there, but just can't get his header on. Oh, we tuck it back across, but we can't just put it into the back of the net, unfortunately. Getting a second would do wonders. Reinders here. Delivery in. Low cross from the corner. Reinders again. Tucks it across, and Osman's there. Oh, was it offside? I don't think it's offside. Ref, go to VAR. Is it offside? No. Who wants VAR? We hate VAR. We hate it. Who's offside then? Oh. Reinders is miles offside. Okay. Reinders, I know you're not the youngest chicken out there, but you can at least sort of get out a little bit more from the corner, right? But 61 minutes played. A highlight here for Norwich. Can we hold on? Can we keep that defensive structure? That's not going to be very good with a long ball over the top like that, and we get absolutely embarrassed. And that's not going to go to VAR, because that was clearly onside. And that's as easy as it was. How is that so easy? Why is Pedro Lima out of position so much? And also, why is the centre-back letting him run in behind him? He's watching him the whole time. He sees him. He sees him. And he does nothing with it. Frustrating that. That's very frustrating. Right, let's make some subs because there's a couple of really tired faces out there now and we need to get some fresh names out. Fresh names and fresh faces. We're going to bring him off because he's only just come back from injury and we'll then just move them into their preferred positions again. Other than that, the defence is knackered, but there isn't too much to actually be able to do here. We will take Akpa off because he's on a yellow. I don't want to risk him getting sent off to potentially miss the last few league games or even the final for that matter. But Nabazand gets in, puts the ball across into Osman. Osman linking up nicely with the new wing that's just come on. Oh, Pedro there, loose ball. And he's normally so composed. The pressure's getting to the boys. Chavez, sorry. Reinders pulling all the strings, and it gets played on first into Nabazanda. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. It's Nabazande I don't know. Nabazanda is what he's going to be known as from now on, though. But Reinders pulling all the strings this afternoon and really proving why, even though he had an absolute stinky first half, he's come up with the goods in the second half. He won't get credited the assist there, but he was inspirational with that defence. With that offence. Reinders again here into Hurst. Osman gets dispossessed, but that's fine. Just play and win that ball back, Osman. Chase him. Be like an angry bee and just be buzzing all around them constantly, please. Long ball over the top. We deal with it. Ooh, Stankovic. Looked like he dived the wrong way from that long-range effort, a little bit from what we saw against Wrexham with Boat taking a long-range effort. So, I mean, I hope that's not a little bug that's appeared in the game, Sports Interactive, that the goalkeepers dive somewhat the wrong way on long-range efforts. So let's just hope it's more, you know, a knock from a different player that's caused that. Lovely pass from Lima. Oh. Reinders had it literally laid to him on a plate to secure the FA Cup final spot. Lovely bit of play. Pass it back to the goalkeeper. Time waste. Love it. Love to see it. We've got one more sub that we can make, but I think right now we will make it just to waste some time. Bang. 92 minutes play. Come on. Let's get that clock plumb down. There we go. We are in the final of the FA Cup. All courtesy to Reinders. To be fair, it says average. Personally, I see more white lines there than I do yellow lines. So game, I would say that we was in the ascendancy for most of the game on the match momentum. Personally, I'm going to say congratulations on reaching the final. You all deserve it. Before we end the episode, it's West Ham or Everton. Oh, West Ham. Third in the Championship. Or Everton, to be fair, sixth in the Premier League. There's no easy final, right? Is there? Let's be honest. Let's see who we are going to get in the final of the FA Cup. It should be drawn. I say should be drawn. It'll be played today, and then we'll know. So let's just skip forward, just so we can all see the excitement of who we're going to have. Yeah. Bring in this physio. I mean, to be fair, I say that as if it was the club that done that. It was actually me who done that. Brought this guy in. Outstanding physiotherapy. We need it. We need it. He's now turned 17 and is eligible for a professional contract. Absolutely not. He's absolutely dog awful with a youth intake. Guessing it's today. It has to be today. Yeah, Sunday, 27th. Everton win. A 62nd minute winner. So that sets up the stage. The final is Everton versus Southampton in the FA Cup final. Everton currently 6th in the league. So they're not bad team with what's been built now by all accounts. Doesn't look like it. Still got Jordan Pickford in goal. 37 years old. Mad. But that will come in the next episode. It will just come after the end of the season, won't it? Yeah, it will. So what the plan will be is probably I'll just play these 2 championship games off camera because they're not really worth. We're very much mid-table. We're not going to get relegated. We're not going to get in the playoffs. So really, I think they're nothing of a muchness is what I'm trying to say. So I'll play them 2 off camera, bring us back to the FA Cup final, and we'll just have an FA Cup special of the final. I think it deserves a full episode, doesn't it? The build-up, the excitement, the post-match interviews, depending on what's happened, the pre-match interviews. Who knows? But we'll see all of that and more, of course, in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget, to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new around here, just so you can even just watch the FA Cup final, right? Let's see us win our first domestic trophy. Is that right? No, it's not, because we've won the other trophies. It's not a domestic. Is it domestic trophy? Watch us win our first FA Cup. Let's just put it that way. And I'll see you in the next one.